Okay, we have been able to bring over a couple of loads of logs between the three of us. Not an easy job by any stretch. I'm too old for this. But we put the stacked up the 8-foot and shorter logs over there, so hopefully we can keep those dry and out of the rain for a couple of months until it cools down, and then we're going to stack the really long ones here along the edge. And man, these ones on the top, I mean, they are some great logs. These are on the right side. Most of them are the right side of the cabin, but man, they are heavy and in really good shape, and a lot of the dovetail joints, like on this one, man, I mean, that's super clean still, and this blog is, I mean, super fresh. So some of these are good. A lot of these are good. Some of these others on the top of the other pile over here, the really short ones on the fireplace side, I mean, you can sort of see, I mean, this one probably not gonna make it. I'm gonna keep it just so I know where it went, but this one's a little rotted. I mean, these two, I mean, are just gone, and you can see them. I mean, so I'll keep them just for reference purposes so I know where they are. Looks like most of the labels made it, which is good to see, and several of these logs are still good. So I'd say probably 80% of the logs have made it okay. So we're looking good. So you can see how the main beam supported the front porch, and they're just beveled on here across the main log, the main beam, which is huge. And then you can see these are just crisscross. This is the floor beam here. That's the porch beam. And then they're just layered across the entire thing, and there's not a nail in them. They just extend across the floor. So this is the original floor across these two main beams, and the floor joists. And then looking across here is the old chimney and fireplace. So that's the original foundation. I'm not sure we're going to be able to redo that, because I think we may have to take some of these logs and use them in the exterior building to replace some of the others, but we'll see. But man, these beams are in good shape. right, so it's the end of day, I guess 6, and we have moved everything. I've got my last load of floorboards that I'm going to take into town, and a friend of mine's going to see if we can make those into tongue and groove and remove the bad spots and reuse that for flooring on the inside, hopefully. We've got these beautiful beams set in place. I mean, you can still see the broad axe marks on the side of this thing, and man, that's a beautiful piece of timber right there. So that's going to be sitting there ready to put in place on the footings. When we come back out and set the footings, they're right in position for that. Then we've got the stack of small stuff. I've still got to put some tin on the top of that, but we'll try and keep that protected for about 2 or 3 months till we can come back out here. And then we've got basically a rebuilt, shortened version of the log cabin in flat pieces. And that is all of the big pieces of timber underneath the tin roof and some plastic to keep that dry for, like I said, till things cool down in the fall and we can come back out here and work on that. We've got a couple pieces of tin over there in the corner that we can use. And then I've got a piece of tin over some of the ceiling boards over here on the side. So that's it, man. Just really want to thank Jorge and Jonathan for all their help. Man, I wouldn't have been able to do this without Jorge. His knowledge of ropes and using the tractor and just how to take things apart and leverage, and his strength and hard work. And that's the only reason we're done with this in 6 days. So until next time, probably in a few months, we'll catch up with you and we'll start trying to build this thing and putting it back together. Thanks, y'all.